Hey guys, I hope you're well. In this video I'll be giving my predictions for UFC 218, Holloway vs Aldo 2. This card just looks amazing, honestly, from top to bottom. Just amazing talent, and it's just going to be crazy fights all night long. This video is just going to be a different format to my other videos. I haven't got a script, but I've just got a few notes on the screen, so yeah, just bear with me. If you guys have been following me from day one, I did do predictions before, but yeah, I just thought I might as well do it again, see what happens, but in a different format. I'm quickly going to blast through the prelims, then I'll talk more in depth about the main card. Okay, first on the UFC Fight Pass prelims, Amanda Cooper vs Angela Magana, a women's strawweight bout. Amanda Cooper has an MMA record of 3 wins and 3 losses, whereas Angela Magana has a record of 11 and 8, which the experience advantage goes to Angela Magana. Amanda Cooper has been more active since The Ultimate Fighter, whereas Angela Magana is on a 4-fight losing streak and hasn't fought since losing to Michelle Waterson in 2015. I believe Amanda Cooper has the boxing edge and is better on the stand-up skills, whereas Angela Magana is a well-rounded fighter. I believe Angela Magana will win by a close split decision due to her experience and her well-rounded skills. Okay, next fight on the card, Alan Crowder vs Justin Willis. Justin Willis has a 5-1 MMA record and is on a 5-fight winning streak, whereas Alan Crowder is 9-2 in his MMA record and is on a 4-fight winning streak. I believe someone's getting knocked out. Honestly, by looking at their records, it seems that someone will get knocked out because there's a lot of finishes on both records. I believe Alan Crowder has a slight edge as he has more finishes on his record, both with submissions and knockouts. I believe he will win by first round knockout. Okay, next fight, we have Jeremy Kimball versus Dominic Reyes. Jeremy Kimball has a mixed martial arts record of 15 wins and 6 losses. Dominic Reyes, on the other hand, is undefeated with a mixed martial arts record of 7-0. Looking at Jeremy Kimball's mixed martial arts record, it looks like he has a high finishing rate and he always takes risks in his fights. Dominic Reyes also has a high finishing rate, and if you guys saw his last fight against Joachim Christensen, and he just knocked him out in 30 seconds, which was on Chiesa versus Lee. Very good fight, honestly, very good. I don't think this fight will be going to the distance as well. I'll give the slight edge to Dominic Reyes as he has a 5-inch reach advantage and is the slightly bigger fighter. So my prediction for this fight is Dominic Reyes by TKO 2nd round. Yeah. Moving on, Sabah Homasi versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Sabah Homasi has an MMA record of 11 wins and 6 losses, whereas Abdul Razak Al Hassan has 7 wins and 1 loss. Sabah Homasi has a lot of finishes on his MMA record, and if you look at his fights, he always pushes for the finish, and all of Abdul Razak Al Hassan's wins have come by first round finishes, and he starts off very quickly. Sabah Homasi has more experience and seems more well-rounded as he has submission victories as well, whereas Abdul Razak Al Hassan seems to be primarily a striker. I believe if Sabah Homasi is able to withstand Abdul Razak Al Hassan's storm and take it to the later rounds, I believe he can scrape out a decision, whereas Abdul Razak just comes out all guns blazing, and if he's able to land that clean shot, I believe he can get that finish. So I'm gonna go with Abdul Razak Al Hassan by knockout, first round. Yeah. Okay, next fight is Felice Herrig versus Courtney Casey. Felice Herrig's just looked amazing since her loss to Paige Van Zandt. She's just honestly looks like a totally different fighter. She's defeated 2 undefeated strawweights in Justine Kish and Alexa Grasso, and honestly just looks totally different. And Courtney Casey looks different as well from her first 2 losses in the UFC. She has a victory over former WSOF champion Jessica Aguilar and has a submission victory over Randa Marcos. Courtney Casey is a slightly bigger fighter. She's a little bit taller. I'm leaning towards Felice Herrig as she's just looked amazing in the last couple of fights. Honestly, she will be a serious contender next year, I believe. So I believe she will win by a unanimous decision. Yeah. Okay, next fight is David Teymur versus Draka Klose. Lightweight fight. David Teymur is just violent. His Muay Thai skills are amazing. We saw in his last fight against Lando Venata, just an amazing fight, honestly. Just gunning for the finish all the time. Draka Klose last defeated Mark Jacasey, giving him his first loss. Well-rounded fighter, overall very good. David Teymur has a great gas tank and can take a punch, as we saw at UFC 209 against Lando Venata. I believe David Teymur will win, as his heavy Muay Thai base will give problems to Draka Klose. He's just an aggressive fighter, he just pushes forward. I believe this fight will go to the distance, and David Teymur will get the unanimous decision victory. Okay, next fight is Alex Oliveira versus Yancy Medeiros. Alex Oliveira looks amazing, honestly. Since his loss to Donald Cerrone, he's just looked, honestly, he's just changed his game and he's looked really, really good. Even Yancy Medeiros, he's a former lightweight fighter, and since he's moved up to the welterweight division, he's just put together 2 solid wins. I believe he beat Eric Silva last. He looked amazing, honestly. Both fighters matched up very well against each other, but I'm leaning towards Alex Oliveira. I believe this guy is just better everywhere than Yancy Medeiros. He's a good striker, he's a good submission artist. I believe he can win this fight wherever he wants, whether it's on the ground or by standing. My prediction for this fight is Alex Oliveira by TKO. Yeah, okay. Next fight is Charles Oliveira versus Paul Felder. This is a very, very good fight. Paul Felder was initially going to face Ali Aquinta, but Ali Aquinta got injured and Charles Oliveira came in on short notice. Charles Oliveira looks amazing at lightweight. I believe he should stay here. If you saw his last fight against Will Brooks, he just came out and just took his back straight away and just choked him. Honestly, I was like, wow, that was amazing. Paul Felder just looked amazing. Honestly, this guy is so violent. In his last 2 fights, he's just honestly just demolished fighters on the ground with his elbows. Very high level Muay Thai fighter. If you saw his last fight against Stevie Ray, honestly, just brutalized him on the ground. It was just so violent. Honestly, this guy's scary. Honestly, he's a very, very scary fighter. I don't know. Honestly, this fight is very tough. Charles Oliveira can just come out and just jump on his back like he did to Will Brooks and just choke him out. Or Paul Felder can keep his distance and can strike from the outside and can possibly get a knockout victory. I don't know who to pick. Honestly, this fight is very tough. But I'm thinking I'll go with Charles Oliveira. I'm just going to go with Charles Oliveira. I believe this is a striker versus grappler fight, and I think Charles Oliveira's grappling skills are very, very good. And I think once he gets a hold of him, he'll be able to sink in a submission. Charles Oliveira by submission, first round. Yeah. Okay, moving to the main card now. Starting off the main card is Tecia Torres versus Michelle Waterson, strawweight bout. I believe the winner of this fight may likely get a title shot after Joanna Jędrzejczyk faces Rose Namajunas in a rematch. Both fighters are very well matched up with each other. Tecia Torres has just looked amazing in the last few fights. She's got very quick footwork and she has a very good gas tank. She can just go on forever, honestly. Michelle Waterson has looked amazing as well. She last lost to Rose Namajunas, whereas Tecia Torres has a victory over Rose Namajunas. Her last defeat was against Rose Namajunas as well, so she's defeated her and lost to her. Yeah, like I said, Tecia Torres has quick footwork and has great cardio, and Michelle Waterson is a great striker who is very good off her back as well, with the great submission skills. I'm leaning towards Tecia Torres. I believe she will grind out a unanimous decision victory using her wrestling to grind out a victory, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going with Tecia Torres by unanimous decision. Yeah, this fight, oh my god, this fight is going to be amazing. Eddie Alvarez versus Justin Gaethje. This is just going to be chaos, honestly. This is just going to be chaos inside the octagon. I believe this fight is going to be the fight of the year, honestly. If you saw Justin Gaethje's last fight against Michael Johnson, that fight was just, honestly, just nuts. Oh mate, he just got clipped so many times, he came back, honestly, that was just crazy. Now, Eddie Alvarez last fought Dustin Poirier to a no contest. He was getting lit up by Dustin Poirier in the first round. He has the ability to take punishment and just comes back, where he stunned Dustin Poirier. He done the same thing when he faced Rafael dos Anjos as well, where Rafael dos Anjos was pressuring him when he landed that big punch and got that TKO victory. That was amazing. So anything can happen in this fight, honestly. Justin Gaethje just pushes forward and just goes all out, where Eddie Alvarez can clip him and come back and just give him his first loss. Anything can happen in this fight, honestly. This is just going to be chaos. I really don't know who to pick, honestly. This is such a tough pick, but we'll go with Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje by TKO. I believe, yeah, he's undefeated, he's confident. I'll go with Justin Gaethje, yeah. Justin Gaethje by TKO first round? No, second round. Okay, moving on. Yeah, this fight is going to be good as well. Henry Cejudo versus Sergio Pettis. Henry Cejudo has looked amazing since losing to Demetrius Johnson. If you saw his fight with Joseph Benavidez, his stand-up skills have just gone to a different level, honestly. He was proper lighting up Joseph Benavidez. I personally thought that he won that fight, but the split decision was given to Joseph Benavidez. And if you saw his last fight against Wilson Hayes, honestly, he looked amazing. He has got power in his hands. You know, he's got that wrestling background as well, Olympic gold medalist. On the other hand, Sergio Pettis, this guy's looked amazing as well. He's got a winning streak together at the moment. He's settled in well in the flyweight division. I believe Henry Cejudo is just a better fighter overall, honestly. I believe he can use his wrestling and striking to win the fight by unanimous decision. I think he can hold Sergio Pettis down and just grind out a decision. So yeah, that's how I see it. So Henry Cejudo by unanimous decision. Now this is the fight I'm most looking forward to, honestly. This fight is just, anything can happen, honestly. Two heavyweight monsters going at each other. It's just going to be chaos as well. Francis Ngannou is coming into this fight with a lot of hype surrounding him. He's just finished everyone in the UFC very violently, but a lot of people are doubting Alistair Overeem. I don't know why, because he's a former Strikeforce champion, Dream Heavyweight champion, former K1 champion as well. He's faced the best of the best, this guy, and I think he's about 36, 37 and he still looks amazing, honestly. I don't think people should count him out. Anything can happen in this fight. As we saw in his last fight against Fabricio Verdum, Verdum was able to drop him with a punch. Now if Fabricio Verdum is able to land a punch and drop him, imagine what Francis Ngannou will do if he lands clean. I'm most looking forward to this fight. Anything can happen, honestly. I'm leaning towards Francis Ngannou. He's the younger fighter, he's more confident, and he's got the knockout power. And Alistair Overeem is not known for his good chin as well, is he? So I believe Francis Ngannou will pressure him and will get that knockout victory in the first round. Now for the main event of the evening, Max Holloway versus Jose Aldo. Both fighters have fought each other at UFC 212, where Jose Aldo was doing very well in the first 2 rounds. If you guys watched the first 2 rounds, he was doing very well. Coming into the 3rd round, he just got bored and he looked so relaxed. I think he thought that he had this in the bag, where Max Holloway picked up the pace and dropped him and finished him by TKO. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. That was a good fight. As you guys saw in the weigh-ins in the morning, it looks like Aldo had a very tough weight cut, which might affect the fight as well. I don't know, honestly. This fight is amazing. Max Holloway's just looked amazing. He's on a 10-fight winning streak as well. So Aldo, you can't doubt Aldo as well. He's never lost a rematch. He's faced Chad Mendes and Frankie Edgar twice and beat them convincingly as well. I don't know, honestly. This fight is close. It's very close. I'm leaning towards Jose Aldo. Honestly, I believe Jose Aldo will be able to get his belt back. I believe he'll win the fight by unanimous decision. I believe he's corrected all the mistakes he made in this last fight, and yeah, I think he'll win the fight by unanimous decision. So guys, just let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section below, and if you want more videos like this, let me know as well, and let me know your picks as well, please, and let me know if you agree with me or not. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.